Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. So for today's session, we are going to continue with lecture 9, counter instruction. So this is the instructor for this course. Hello, hi. This is the part 5 and the last part for counter instruction. For your information, I'm sketching the timing diagram using Excel. So we have counter auto reset. So auto reset means we using completion flag for the same counter PV. So for example, our counter PV is CNT 010. So the completion flag should also use a counter 010. And after that, you also have counter manual reset. So for manual reset, the reset input should using reset push button, while for the counter timer, so we also have timer reset, and at the same time in parallel connection we can choose either using reset push button to reset the counter PV, or we can use timer to reset the memory of counter 100. So if you are using this Excel for sketching the timing diagram, you can use this part. So choose draw border. So for example, we just need to click the border part. So for example, this one is off condition, this one is on condition, and after that we release to off and on condition again. So we can get the timing diagram like this. So if you want to remove the border, you can choose erase border. So for example 4, we have repeated process. Once the start button is pressed, the red lamp will light up. It will continue to light up even after the start button is released. Pressing the stop button at any time will reset the entire operation. The system is controlled by 2 independent timers. The red and green lamp will turn on and off at 5-second interval, with the condition that when the red lamp turns on, the green lamp turns off. The counter will begin counting the process once the green lamp is turned off. The system will repeat the process for 2 cycles before stopping. Selecting physically the normally open type start and stop push button. A. You need to assign the input and output with specific address, and then design the process sequence description for the system. Suggest a possible PLC programming for the system that complies with the IEC 611313 standard using keep instruction. And last one is to draw the timing diagram for the system. So according to this simple narrative, so we have the left side is step number. The column number 1 is for input, and column number 2 is for the output. So for the first step, if we press the start button, keep instruction will active high. Timer 15 activate for 5 seconds, and timer 20 activate for 10 seconds simultaneously, while the red lamp turns on. Step number 2, after 5 seconds, T015 will activate, and as an output, red lamp will turn off, while green lamp will turn on. So step number 3, after 10 seconds, T020 will be activated. The green lamp turn off, red lamp turn on. The counter 255 will begin to count down, and this process will be repeated twice. Step number 4, counter will count for 2 times, so C255 activated, so all the process will be stopped. Step number 5, by pressing stop button anytime, it will reset all the operation. Okay, let's move to the simulation part. So we need to activate our Work Online Simulator, ensure 0 error and 0 warning. So the first step, pressing start button. So pressing start button once will activate the keep instruction, and at the same time red lamp will be activated for 5 seconds. After that it will turn off and activate the green lamp for another 5 seconds. The process will be repeated twice, and if the counter completion flag C255 had count 2 times, it will reset the keep instruction and the process will be stopped. By pressing the stop push button once at any time, it will reset all the operation. Let's see what happens if we press the stop button at any time. So this one, and after that I will trigger the stop push button. So by pressing the stop push button, it will stop all the operation. So if I release the stop push button, the process will be continued until it count the process 2 times. So red lamp on for 5 seconds, and after that green lamp will turn on for another 5 seconds. Repeated process, red lamp on for 5 seconds, green lamp on for 5 seconds. So this one is 1 BCD, and if it triggered for the second signal, it will count down, and the counter PV255 will show 0 BCD and stop all the operation until we press the stop push button to clear the memory of the keep instruction. So for this exercise, this is the individual activity, and as a proof of week 12 attendance, each student need to submit the timing diagram for the system, the repeated process. So consists of start, stop, keep instruction, timer 15, timer 20, red lamp, green lamp, timer completion flag, timer counter PV, counter completion flag, and also the timer completion flags. So that's all for this week. Thank you very much.